Reviewing That Show. We here to review that show. And if you think we can, we can still view that show. All the people be trying to view like us, but you know they can. It's Marty, and that's it.
Review that show, bitch!
Welcome to the Reviewing Dat Show, y'all. That actor got Mr. Bass in the building.
What's up, y'all? It's J.Steel. In fact, Granola, you can follow me at I am J.Steel on almost everything.
And it's just me and J.Steel today, guys. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not.
You thought you heard a voice
Listen, no.
was Marty-esque?
Listen, me and J.Steel have a pause, and it will... It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. This is your favorite host, Marty here, MartyEdwards 504 on Instagram, Twitter, and Snap in the chat. Alright, there we go.
Yeah, he represents the Your30 Podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They be doing their thing or whatever. That is officially, even though I've seen you wear that hat before, I forgot that I've seen you wear that hat before, and I got re-excited about that hat. But it's the second...
Okay, alright, cool. I have something related to that.
It is the second tightest hat I've seen today. I almost bought a hat today, and I might still buy it if I get the nerve. Only because it said, Stupid Little Bit.
Where did you see that?
There's a brand called Stupid Little Bit.
Here?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a brand called
Where'd
Stupid
you-
Little Bit
where'd you
on
find
Instagram,
it?
dog.
Oh, okay.
And somebody had on
Boy,
the hat that
Instagram,
said
boy.
Stupid Little Bit. And I said, what is that hat? I'm looking at the hat, says Stupid Little Bit. I was like, this too New Orleans, bro. I want this hat just on some straight. I just want to go around people be like, yeah, it say what you think. It say it out loud, bitch.
I like that.
Yeah, but shouts out to your Entourage Inspired, represented by Ari Gold, had the agent that we all wish we had.
Yeah, I started watching a couple episodes when the cable and stuff went out, but
Make that make sense. Make that make sense.
Sorry, we got hit by a storm last week, and when the power came back on, that was the only thing that came back on. So I put a couple DVDs on.
Oh, there we go. Okay, I got you. I missed that part because I was straight to be like, son, you said the power went out and you watched Entourage.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Yeah.
So
it's kicking in early.
the net didn't come back. You said the net didn't come back on, so you had to go caveman DVD route.
Yeah, and I discovered looking on Instagram. Did you know that there's a podcast called Victory that's hosted by Doug Ellen, Kevin Conley, and Kevin Dillon?
Well, I'm glad you said the second two people. Who's the first person? Who
Doug Ellen is the creator.
Oh, never knew that. Did you know? Yeah, okay. So they just talk about the show?
Yeah, they kind of go through. It started in June.
Because Kevin Connolly directed me on an episode of this thing out of the 50 Cent show, and I can't front, like, I kept on wanting to be like, yo, eat. Hey, yo, eat.
Yeah, because he fucking hates
I know. I can only imagine.
Oh my God, yeah.
I feel like the worst thing you could do is call an actor by their character's name if it's like a stupid famous character, because I think, like, at first it might have been exciting, and then somewhere along your journey it's gonna get on you. Because even Chadwick got tired of saying Wakanda forever at a point, though.
Oh hell yeah, yeah. As soon as he got tired, it was like, okay guys, we gotta just come only on special occasions.
Yeah, man.
Fuck, what was I gonna say?
You talk about the podcast Victory.
Yeah, so they go through each episode and kind of give you like the behind the scenes stuff. They talk about the pilot. They talk about like the auditions and stuff like that, and what they kind of did to kind of get to know each other, and what lines were written versus what became like infamous on the show.
Yeah.
Versus what was on the page, and it's pretty fun. Like I've only listened to like 2 or 3 episodes this morning, but it's really dope. I'm like, I know I'm gonna eat this whole thing when I get a second. But
I just love that show because, you know, we didn't have a lot of shows about Hollywood or the industry, the film industry. Like, you know what I mean? There's always these music shows, these dance shows,
right.
But like actors and filmmakers, we don't often get media. We don't often get TV shows, series. So I really liked Entourage for going in that world.
I did too. I think the thing I enjoyed the most is how they were able to blur the lines of reality and the show. It's like people were walking around congratulating Kevin Smith for writing Aquaman 2, but it's like that's not really what happened. That's just a plot on the show.
But it's ignorant, dog. They called Iron Man, Aquaman. 10 years earlier, but they called it. That was your boy big thing. Aquaman was a big deal.
Yeah.
At the time, that was part of the joke because Aquaman was a joke of a hero to a lot of the public. So part of the joke was Vinny made Aquaman fire, but Momoa really. That's funny.
I mean, yeah, I still give it to James Cameron, but yeah, I'll give you that. Come on, man, you know James Cameron and his water.
Shouts out to the to Entourage fans, but what we were looking at just before the show started was I finally finished season 4 of Rick and Morty because I was too bucked up. The motherfuckers on Hulu and HBO Max right now, and I ate that bitch. Like I just started it yesterday, and you came over and we watched the last 2 episodes, bro. Like you heard me, so it was like And one thing I was remembering in a lot of the reviews, that's what I was about to start talking to you about a little bit, was they were feeling like they wasn't getting enough, like what I just said, we finally got in the season finale progression with characters and story. And they was feeling like they like throughout the season they wasn't feeling like they was getting enough character development individually based off of how, you know, the first 3 seasons would still give you a little bit of that. And
yeah, there was a bit of continuity between the two, and like the stories and stuff carried over a little bit more.
Yeah, even what the characters learned, you know what I'm saying, about themselves.
Okay,
and they felt like some of it might have stalled in season 4. So I was watching season 4, and I still enjoy season 4 because I felt like those people that were saying that was missing, I felt like there still was character development, but for instance, the big story that they picked up on in the season finale, I feel like y'all should have picked up on that way earlier, because the way that the season finale just ended, that didn't leave me on a fulfilling cliffhanger.
Nope.
Given the fact that you didn't touch on this story all season, then you picked it back up from season 3, and then you leave us on this actual moment for Rick that's like, damn, nigga, this is what we wanted all season, and now we're gonna have to probably wait another 3 years.
Yeah, it's kind of I thought like it's not uncommon for them to like hit a certain plot point like twice in the season. And it's like, this would have been a really good time to do that.
This could have been mid-season-ish, and then you could have made something else for the end, because like...
Because it was a mid-season break. And and then you could have hit it at the finale.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there's some genius shit happening. Like I feel like the Terminator Snake episode was genius, my nigga. We had the snakes, and I'm not going to get into it because J.Steel ain't seen it yet, but that was like an instant favorite of mine. And then this other one I was watching that at the time was making my head hurt, but I was like, I'm going to appreciate this later. And it was this one where it was like the super meta episode when it was on the train.
Oh, God, man.
Yeah, just as a shout out.
That took a second. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
That was a hard episode.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
I think we're going to come back and like, you know, talk some Rick and Morty I guess when J.Steel catch up on season 4 and shit, because it was an interesting season. I still dug it. Like, a lot of people are hard on this season.
I watched it week to week pretty much, and I didn't feel that way at all. I just kind of was in the moment with it. Like, I dug it and everything. I don't know, you spend so much time without Rick and Morty, or at least like a new episode of Rick and Morty, that when they actually give you one, I'm like, you know, this is good for me. I'll take it.
Yeah.
And I'm not, judging it as hard. But
for me, that was the whole season. Because again, I didn't see. Only thing I saw, I think I saw episode 1 of season 4, some kind of random way, maybe 1 and 2, and then I didn't see any of it. So I just every time, like, you know what I mean, that used to be a thing that me and J.Steel we'll watch just on some boredom ish, like let's throw some Rick and Morty. But you only could watch the first 3 seasons like so many millions of times. So nigga, keep checking Hulu, be like, I wonder if it has it. Nope. Nope.
Yeah, that must have been recent that they put
nigga, like maybe 2 days ago, I know I text her, the day I found out, it had to be like Halloween, maybe the day after Halloween, and the whole thing was up.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, let's go. So, yeah, man, Rick and Morty all day. Were you a Dexter watcher?
Yes. Dexter, oh, wait. Dexter the laboratory or Dexter the serial killer?
I'm not going to ever say Dexter without the laboratory. I'm talking about the cartoon.
Fair enough.
The serial killer.
Oh, the serial killer.
The actual serial killer.
Oh, yeah. Why are you?
You heard about the news?
Mm-mm.
They coming back.
With another season or
one final season. Look at your body. Look at your language.
I don't. You had the world in the palm of your hand. We were all waiting and watching to see what was gonna happen, and you did that. I don't ever want to see you again. What did Uncle Sam say? I don't want to see you again. Can't believe you slept with my best friend. I just no. No. I don't want it. I don't want it.
All right, so for
Yeah.
You weren't?
I didn't
Okay.
finish the whole thing, but yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
all
fair
right,
enough.
so for fans of Dexter that saw the whole series, they know exactly without me explaining anything what Marty is feeling and talking about. For people who might be listening right now and they just wait for us to get to the bad hair review, so you're hearing these preambles and you know what the fuck I'm talking about, why he can feel whatever he feel about Dexter. One of the most infamous things about Dexter was it was a great series from seasons 1 to 4. Then seasons 5, 6, and 7 were pretty hit or miss. And then it kind of went out on a whimper in season 8. And the thing is this. Even the most hardest of fans roll with them in those hit or miss seasons of 5, 6, and 7. All the way up to 8. I really feel like if the finale didn't fuck the landing so hard, so much still would have been forgiven.
Oh, it destroyed. It scorched the earth when it hit the ground.
It was such a lackluster, unfulfilling ending for the character that we've been riding with for 8 seasons. 8 seasons with this cat. You could have ended it at season 6, honestly. Well, truthfully, could have ended at season 4. But season 4, I would have still wanted the season 5 after season 4, because season 4 just hit you so hard. And I would have been like, nah, you ain't gonna just leave me like this.
Yeah, that's like when the big thing happens, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Probably the biggest thing on the show, honestly, when you look back.
Oh, yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, when I first started the show, I think they were in season 6 or 7.
Oh, so you caught it late like that. I think I just started the first season. I started it, I might have been around the same time. I think I started in season 6. I know, but no. I think season 6 was coming out, and that's when I went back and because Netflix got me caught up on it like a motherfucker.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like I remember they
had it and then they took it away.
I know, but
I had it again.
But no. When they first had it, they had it for they had 5 or 6 seasons of it, and that's what made me get hooked on it because it was right there. So I ate that up on Netflix, and then I caught up with whenever it really came to be. Maybe it might have been season 7 or 8 that I got caught up. But yeah, man, I still rolled with it, dog. They did a lot of questionable shit.
Oh yeah, I rolled with it too. I had Showtime solely for that. That was mainly the reason, and then everything else that followed. So
Cause I'm a loyalist, dog. If I'm a fan of your show, I might even have blinders on, dog. When your show gets sucky, I'm still gonna watch it. I'm just gonna be like, it ain't what it was. But I get hooked. I get attached to characters, so I just want to know, okay, where is this gonna go?
I will follow this to the
end. I watched the whole series of Gotham, so that should say a lot. But
it does, good or bad, I don't know, but yeah, it does say.
And Empire 2.
Oh well, I'm on that boat.
There you go. There you fucking go.
So yeah.
And I don't even think I even saw the last episode of Empire. So I'm lying. I didn't see the last episode.
Good for you.
Yeah, the last couple of episodes. Because then Empire, they were supposed to have one season finale. Then COVID happened and that fucked up them even shooting the season finale. So they said, well, this side's going to just end with what we got.
Yep.
And then all the shit with Jussie made Jussie character Jamal never was going to come back anyway. They shipped him off to London for good, even though, fuck them for that.
And yeah, fuck them. But I will say that they showed some, the way Arrogant Observer, I'll say this real quickly. They didn't just throw him away. Yeah. They did mention him in some way that I was kind of like, oh, I'm surprised that y'all even did that.
No,
I thought they were pretending like he doesn't exist.
No. They said when they fired his ass that they were going to write him out. That means they got to write him out. He was he was like the most popular character on the show as far as endearing. Everybody loved Jamal. That's what I'm saying. So I keep saying that little dude through his career away. Because my nigga, like, son, what goes without saying. So yeah. But what y'all been watching, man? Before we get to this bad hair review, man, what y'all been watching? Anything?
I haven't been watching much of anything lately.
Word, good for you.
This ain't good for you.
No, for real. I'm like, I wish I.
But I've been watching a lot of random stuff that nobody probably cares about. So.
Like.
The place for that. Come on.
Right, like
yeah.
for
I
instance.
started watching Gossip Girl because I read the books and I've never seen the series, and it's actually really bad but really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I remember that.
It's very watered down from the books because the books are very X-rated and crazy.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
The books go there, but the show doesn't go there as much. But it's still cool. It's fun or whatever. Oh. And then also like I've been kind of getting the habit of just picking random movies on Netflix and just watching them. And I watched one the other night. and I have no idea what the hell it was about. It was called Candy Jar, and it had Helen Hunt and Jacob Lattimore and a couple of Christina Hendricks. It was a bunch of people.
Oh, okay.
And it was the whole time I'm looking, I'm just like, I don't know what the hell I'm watching right now. Like Helen Hunt was like a principal, but she was like Willy Wonka because her office was full of like candy and shit, and she was giving the students advice. I don't know.
I know that lady still was acting. You said Helen Hunt?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
God damn.
Mad about you, right?
Yeah, I haven't heard that name in a minute. Helen
it's been a
Hunt.
minute.
Wow. We just saw Borat the other day.
Oh wow, yeah, I saw that. How did y'all feel about Borat?
I liked it a lot.
I did.
I dug Borat. I can't hate. I fucked the Borat.
Yeah, I didn't. I guess
New
'cause
Borat. For those that don't know, the
Right.
sequel to the original Borat is on. Is it Hulu right now? Amazon? What?
Amazon.
Amazon right now.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it, or not. I didn't enjoy it. I did enjoy it. I think just as much.
It wasn't as fun as the first.
It didn't make me like. I remember having to have. I was at a friend's house, and he had to pause it because I was like, I'm not gonna be able to follow the rest of this movie. Like I'm just like rolling on the floor, like literally just bent over, laughing. And moments of this thing, and it's just like
He's battling himself though, if you think about it. Borat had the advantage of the shock of never really seeing anything like it before.
Right.
Since Borat, he
He's tried
did
it
Bruno.
twice.
Like he's done, and I didn't even like Bruno. I didn't like Bruno. And what he had after
I
Bruno?
appreciated Bruno.
Yeah, one of the, because the thing is, he started with Ali
Dictator?
G. Dictator. I didn't see
Dictator.
Is this?
Oh wow.
Is that real?
Yeah, I went to the theater to see that one.
with the Dictator. Yeah, he made a Dictator movie. Yup. I didn't even see it.
I'm like, honestly, yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, wow. I'm surprised that this made it to film, like onto somebody's screen.
What, Dictator or?
Yeah, Dictator.
Oh.
I mean, like Bruno. I'm just like, I don't know how y'all made this just an R rating.
Bruno
This
was
is
fine.
close to it.
Bruno-
It was so I
It was
loved it.
disgusting.
Bruno was a lot
It was
for me.
very.
And that's the thing too. I probably can handle Bruno now more. What year did Bruno come out?
2008, 9, somewhere around there.
I feel like I'm more evolved as a person, so maybe I can handle some more of his, like, cause that thing was, it wasn't even just like overtly in your face with the gay stuff. It just was like,
That was the.
I know, no,
2009.
that's what it was, dog. I remember the scene there, that's flying, swinging dick.
Yeah, it was like
And I'm like, bro, y'all gonna really just play a dick playing for me for like 7 minutes? It felt like.
Oh yeah, okay? I got you. I remember that.
Again, this is 09 Martin, bro. This ain't 2019, 2020 Martin. So I'm like, yeah, Bruno's not my vibe right now. I wasn't really getting into big Bruno. I had a similar feeling of I was talking to my nigga Tizzle the other day, and he said, I'm gonna go back and listen to Kingdom Come, the Jay-Z album. And I said, I remember when Kingdom Come dropped, I hated it. And but the reason I hated it, G, is, and I knew why then, and I feel like that's what I'm gonna like it now. When I was in like high school when it dropped, I was like, bro, this feels old. Like I felt like Jay-Z made an album for like 30-year-old people, and I'm like 19. This is not fitting me right now. I'm not identified with my favorite rapper. Cause you gotta remember, Black Album came, he took like 3 or 4 years off, and then he came with Kingdom Come,
Quote unquote retired.
quote unquote. And I'm like, I'm like Jay-Z's back, and then he said no, he's rapping all his grown-up music, and I was like, I don't like any of this. So I feel like going back and actually a 30-something now, I might love that fucking album, G. So
I feel like it had its moments, and
they had like 2 songs on there I like, bro. Maybe 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say 3 is probably my limit, but I'm pretty sure it stops at 3. But other than that,
I'm gonna give it. I'm in my 30s. I'm about to give it a 30-year-old listen soon, son.
I mean, like, yeah, it's like you kind of can't compare that one though to anything that came previously. Like, you can't compare it to the Black Album because, like, I felt like that was such a, you threw everything in it. I'm not giving y'all anything else.
Well, everything that came
Oh, I got
before
more.
it, that was him still trying to be the best rapper. After
Fair
Black
enough,
Album,
fair enough,
when
okay.
Jay-Z's coasting years, where it's like he throwing out whatever the fuck he
Do what I
feel.
like. Yeah, when I feel like it.
When I feel like
You know what?
it.
I'm gonna have an album that's gonna be attached to a phone. Here you go.
Boom. There
That's
you go.
it.
Have it. Magna
You're
Carta.
welcome.
You're welcome. Just because I'm jiggered.
Just because you bought a new phone. It's a new Jay-Z album. You're welcome.
You know what I mean? He's got very interested in his post-retirement comeback jigger
Yeah.
years.
It's
But
fun to just be rich. You'd be like, I can do whatever the hell I want.
I dug Borat too. But like I think I share a similar sentiment of I remember watching the first one, dying, crying, laughing. And I remember watching the second one, snickering a lot. Like laughing though, but it wasn't that same impact. But I'm not going to judge it any less. I really feel like it's because the first one had shock value of never being here before, and this one, you know.
I was gonna say that, you know what it is? The temperature of the country, and sort of just like how nonchalant people would just sort of answer these racist ass fucking questions, and like throughout the entire movie, and it's like this is kind of this is the thing that, you know, I don't know, it's the thing that scares me the most is that everybody's treating this like this is normal. I don't know if all of that stuff was completely natural, if some of it had to be staged because, you know, he is Borat, right? You know, so I still afforded that, but still on top of it, man, there's just so much shit that I was just like, man, even if this is staged, man, this is completely genuine, and I don't know, that kind of played different to me this time around. Now I'm kind of in a different place, so now I'm seeing, you know, America for I don't know, not for what it is, but it's just, it plays different. It played different to me now, and it wasn't as funny as I would have liked it to be.
But I think now that you say all of that, who's to say? Like, I think it's a very interesting thing that you just said of it plays different to me now because one, how old were you when the first one came out versus how old are you? I'm not even saying you have to actually do the math, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like 19, 20 maybe.
19, 20 to now in your 30s.
Yeah.
Different perspective on life, different perspective on the country. The country's different. You know what I mean, as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like there's different things. It's like one of those things of, it's like a chicken and egg of, is it not as funny or am I just different? You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure.
True.
I'm not sure if I show this to a 19-year-old, how they going to react to this.
And I also haven't gone back and rewatched the first one too in a very long time. Have y'all watched it recently?
I haven't seen it in a very long time, but
I've seen it recently, actually.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay. How does that first one still play for you now?
It's not as it don't have the same effect because I feel like I'm more desensitized. Like I've seen wilder shit of stuff that's on par with, so it didn't hit the same back when I was like 7 and saw it, you know.
this motherfucker said 7. Fuck you.
Yeah.
But you feel
I was
me?
gonna let it go.
No.
But yeah.
But that's another good point too. The synthesis. I can't go say that whole word. Being desynthesized. Are we still rolling?
Desensitized. I figured it was gonna go out because it was just doing too well.
Well, whatever. We ain't get the bad hair yet, so I really don't want. I don't need to go out during that. We gotta be aware. But But like but the point of being desynthesized is real too, because think about it. Think about all the types of movies and things we've seen, like in the last 10 years, 12 years, what people have done. It's almost like I said, when Borat 1 dropped, it was next level at the time. But since Borat 1, we got reality TV, we got all kind of things that could just he would, I don't know if he could ever get that moment again. You know what I mean? No,
right. It's hard to
that moment of like really like that's lighting the Bible because thing is we still don't know his formula, but we know now it's a formula. You know what I mean? At the time, it really felt like nothing was staged. It really felt like, damn, this nigga's pulling off the biggest practical joke ever.
In the world.
And that was part of the beauty of it. But now we know after seeing him do it a few times, no, some of it is real responses, but we know some of it is some kind of formula of whatever. You know what I mean?
Because I think you wanted to paint like a very specific picture with this one.
I mean, well, that too, I'm just saying the level of just what's real and what's fake. We know that some of it's not real. Yeah. Now we know for a fact that some of it stays now versus before we didn't have that.
Oh, right.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, you're right. Okay.
And there's an excitement in watching something when you think it's all real versus a piece of you knowing, okay, this is a movie. You know. Yeah. So I still say everyone should watch it. It still was a fun little joint to put on. You know what I mean?
It was definitely worth it.
But it makes me curious. Like, what is in film? How can you surprise people again? You know?
Yeah. Right. I mean, yeah. The hard thing about it is that it was such a success that you're not gonna be able to, trick people again.
It's like Napoleon Dynamite 2, or you know what I mean? Like, they made one. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I was about to say, yeah. No, I didn't.
You shouldn't. But I'm just saying, there's certain things when they're just that thing, and you need to just leave that. Like, don't try to sequelize it. Don't try to make it again. That thing, whatever it was in this time and in this moment, it was perfect for that moment. It's like The Hangover 1. You know what I mean? We didn't need 2 and 3. Hangover was boom, you know? Shit like that. Hold up. House 48, man. Did you just do the 48 hour?
Yeah, we did. It went, man.
Oh, man.
Honestly, no. It was it was a little bit more breezier this year. Like, there were a bunch of times where I wanted to put my fist through a wall, but it was because all the equipment just seemed to malfunction at the same time, and so we had to borrow somebody else's camera. But we have 3 cameras at our disposal, and we can't get any of them to do what we need them to do. And so
sounds about 48.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where it's okay, we got this other camera. It's not gonna match with what we've already shot, so that means we're gonna go from her turning around to it looking completely different. And it's that's the 48. I mean, although there are those folks who never have that issue. And so I'm just I'm real pissed about it. But anyway, other than that though, it was cool. I don't know. It's I kind of wasn't nervous this year, and kind of walking in, we were fine. We kind of were ahead of schedule with the editing, and with me kind of being able to do it at home, in my comfort zone, where I could just kind of walk outside, smoke a cigarette, or sit inside at the computer and smoke other stuff.
I'm sure.
Right. Just, I don't know, it kind of worked out, good. And then everything is digital now. There's no actual physically going out anywhere.
Yeah.
So you're just uploading it from your computer to the website. So I'm I don't think I want to go back.
I mean, that's how I feel about almost the entire film industry.
Word.
When it comes to the digital aspect of things. I was talking about this. I've been talking about this with so many people. I can't even say with one person, but the whole level of auditions now, there's the center taping, but there's also the show up in person. Show up in person is basically eliminated these days. We just send in tapes, and in that opens up the industry in a way because, for the longest, there's a stigma of if you don't live in LA or live in New York, if you're not an LA actor or New York actor, you know what I'm saying. That means that, that you're not up the upper echelon. You got to live in New York or live in LA to be seen to a certain level, to a certain degree, and have representation in these places to be seen. And it was one of this outdated thing because if you think about it, most people that live in these places move from other places. It's not like they just bred these different types of actors. No, they came from Louisiana, Atlanta, Montana, all these other places and moved there because of the dumbass stigma that y'all created. 2, once y'all started making a way for sending tapes from all across, not even the country, the world, you kind of eliminate your ability to be able to turn your nose up and say if you're not LA actor, because us sending these tapes into these people, y'all LA actors are competing with us directly. We're getting roles over you directly. It's stupid to a degree. I know, my grandma's in my head. She used to always be, you say too many times. Yeah. Anyway, English shit. But it's one of those things of, when on a smaller scale for the 48, you see that was interesting. That was smoother. But when I think about the whole industry of just, I have people who are thinking about moving to Cali. It's I don't have to necessarily move. You know what I mean? I have people who live in Cali who's thinking about moving to New York, and they're it's in a way, if they continue this trend, no one has to really be anywhere. You can choose, you know what I'm saying? But it'd be very interesting if that opened up even a bit more. You know what I'm saying? So it could just be wherever you are, if you got the talent. We're digital, baby. If you can have Zoom meetings with people from all over the country, you can freaking cash a movie with people from all over the country. I mean, you was doing it anyway. So, yeah, man, this is our first year not doing the 48.
Yeah, that was fucking weird, man. Like, just the whole. I mean, you know, the whole thing this year is just kind of different.
Because it's like a 448 to me, a FAUX, like a 48. Like, it don't feel real, man. Like,
oh, this is the NBA Finals in a bubble.
In a bubble, that just seemed like, man, because
you know what I'm saying.
And usually it's Mike's thing, you know what I'm saying, and.
Right.
And Mike brought it up once or twice when Mike was like, man, I don't got the money to spare on it this time. And I had the money at one point, and I was like, is it really coming in? Like, I didn't even believe it.
Happening?
Bro, I didn't believe it. You know what I'm saying?
Believe it either.
And then it just snuck up, and Mike was like, that bit next week. I was like, damn. Then I think you text me about it, and I was like, wow.
I was like, yeah.
It's a thing. And I felt like it snuck up on me, and I just didn't really, in a weird way, miss it.
Shout out to Jenny, because like if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't even keeping track of it. Like that's how it went down.
I mean, Jenny got it on her mind. Shouts out to Jenny.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all, let's talk about this movie right here, man. This motherfucker.
Okay, I'm good. Okay, we can still like that.
All right, so Bad Hair, man. It's the newest, one of the newest movies from a black creator that's, you know, people been talking about, people been watching.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was a Justin Simien thing till like maybe halfway through the movie. Cause I just started feeling like I don't know if it's halfway, but I think it's when I saw two people from Dear White People out and something about me feel like I think this came from your boy. I think.
Oh, word. Okay. See,
I saw a girl and I saw the nerd dude and I was like, oh.
I said, oh fuck, when I was trying to do a rewatch today, cause I should have known that from all of them popping up and did not. And then I saw old girl.
Which
was
old
the
girl?
Secretary. She played the secretary. Vanessa Williams' secretary. The one who kind of gave her the hookup with the hair and stuff.
I don't remember who that was.
I forget her name, but she plays your girl's best friend.
We can't keep saying your girl, bro, because there's a lot of women.
I have the cast list here specifically for this exact reason. Let me find it because I had to go to the full cast list. Her name is Ashley Blaine Featherston. Let me make it a little bigger there.
Oh yeah, her.
Yeah, that's who I recognized in the first place.
Okay, yeah, no, I did not.
Yeah, that's who I recognized.
I did not.
I was like, oh,
I knew her though.
Yeah,
I just
she used
didn't
to have
know
the
from
long
where.
braids and stuff. That I recognized her, and I recognized my homie with the glasses.
The nerd, right?
The nerd dude. Yeah, he had a scene. Right. So I'm seeing them two, and I was like, okay, two Dear White People in this one movie. Wait a minute, you know what I'm saying? But initial thoughts, guys. How'd you feel about Bad Hair, the horror satire joint? Because that's what I'm gonna throw out there. It's a horror satire.
Is that okay? Okay.
Yeah. Horror comedy, if you will. Little Dusty Rhodes, wrestling fans.
I didn't like it.
Well,
I didn't like it.
Let's get this party started.
And it was actually a film that I didn't plan on watching, but yeah, and I love that genre. I love the cheesy like satire, like bad horror B-movie vibe. I love that. They did not do it well. It felt like they were confused tone-wise. Like we started off with something. Like honestly, if they would have committed to horror, it could have really been, because there were moments where I was like, ooh, this could be a little scary. But then they would throw in the comedic things, and it's like, wait, y'all set up all these different things. I feel like, you know, we having all these serious moments. And if you're going to do horror satire, you have to do horror satire through and through. And they did not do that. They really got into it, I would say, in the climax and the end of the film. We got more of that, but it just was kind of all over the place tone-wise. And that threw me off.
Okay.
So, yeah, I didn't like it.
Word.
I didn't like it. I would not watch it again.
You said you weren't going to watch it. Before you even clicked on it, right?
Yeah.
So what inspired that? Why did you feel like you weren't going to? Why did you know you weren't going to watch it?
Because I remember seeing previews for it, and I was just like, what the hell is going on? Like, what is this? And for a moment when I first saw them, heard about it, I thought it was just going to be a movie about, you know, colorism, hair texture, all that type of shit. I didn't realize for a minute that, they're doing like the horror, it's like a horror film, but it's also comedy. Like, that was my reaction. Like, I don't know if I want to see that. Like, it just didn't do anything for me. But the creators and everybody who's involved with it, that's what really, and black people, I was like, okay, I gotta watch it.
Okay. So it just wasn't looking good for you from the trailer. Okay. Fair enough. I will say the opposite. Unfortunately, I didn't even really know about the movie, and then scrolling across Instagram, and I get like a sponsored, post, and it's the trailer for this, and I'm like, oh, thank you Instagram for knowing I like black shit. I will watch this movie, and I put it in my queue, and found myself with nothing to watch one night, and said, hey, I clicked on it, but I liked it up until it kind of got batshit crazy. I don't want to jump too far into the ending, but when we get into the hair battle at the end,
but see,
it kind of, I'm just, what the fuck is going on here? Like, but up until that point, I was kind of digging it. I was like, well, I love all these people who are here doing this, so I'm like, I'm with you. I'll go with you. I'm kind of, I've never really seen the lead actress before, but I'm drawn in. You got me. And then we get to I guess like even the build up to the end, like that whole final battle thing that happens inside of the building just confused me. And yeah, just kind of, I don't know, lost it. So for me, it's a mixed bag for me. I kind of have a lot of positive things to say about it up until that point. So I mean, it's 3/4 of a pretty decent movie to me, a decent horror. What do we call it?
Horror comedy, horror satire.
Satire, right? Yeah, it's pretty decent in those categories. So I have a hard time saying I liked it because of the ending. And for me, it's like that's what sticks with me is the ending. If you can't, if it kind of loses me somewhere there, then the whole movie kind of falls apart somewhere in my brain. But rewatching it today, I was like, wow, I kind of love all of these things and a lot of these elements, but that ending, man, it just made me forget all about it. So
that's how I felt about Sorry to Bother You.
Oh, really?
I loved the first 3/4 of that entire movie, dog. I even went with him with the stupid ass horse people twist.
Oh yeah.
Like, cause that was dumb as fuck. But guess what? I still was able, and creepy. That was some creepy shit. I was still able to rock with him, but I just hated the end so bad that was my dog Fate. Like it made it ruined the whole movie for me. Like dog. Like if they just would have had a happy ending for my nigga, I probably would like look at that movie. I just tell people that'd be weird, but you could watch it. But because it ended the way it did after all that shit went down, I just didn't like. I don't look back at Sorry to Bother You with any fondness. I don't need to see. I can watch. Cause that's the thing. I could watch the first 3/4 again because I dug the tone. I dug the script, like the dialogue. I dug the chemistry between the fucking actors. And then, like you just said about this movie, there's a point where it goes batshit fucking crazy.
Yes.
And anyone who don't like it when it goes batshit crazy, I'm with you. You feel me? But I still wasn't off the bus until
we get to the very end.
The very end. Now, as far as this movie goes, Marty,
okay, I
think there's this thing that happens sometimes when we talk about movies. Well, I tend to ruin them for you.
Don't you rewrite this motherfucker.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna do now.
Because my sentiments, okay, son, like, so my introduction to this film was, I saw the trailers when it was coming up. I was very interested because, like J.Steel said, it's black people.
Yeah.
And so when I'm seeing black people on my screen and then you see the cast, I was like, okay, they was able to assemble all. They dug up Vanessa Williams to do some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we in this bitch. You know what I mean? Like it just looked so interesting. Like I was like, all right, I'll give it a good old shot. I you know what I mean? Horror, comedy. If you put it together, we can have a little fun. Y'all know I ain't the biggest horror aficionado, but it's like, if it's black people in horror, I'm gonna watch it. Like if it's black people, I'm gonna give it a shot, especially if it's us out of the typical elements that they tend to box us in. You know what I'm saying? Sci-fi, horror, fantasy, genre films, genre stuff. So I'm like, all right, let me give it a shot.
I'm like, who Jordan Peele gave an opportunity to?
A good friend of mine hit me up. Right, really. A good friend of mine hit me up and texted me. He said, man, did you see Bad Hair, bro? That bitch was tight, son. You gotta peep it. I'm like, word. Let me catch that bitch. My mom hit me.
Oh.
She was like, man, I love bad hair. Now, this is when I probably should have known I wasn't going to like it. Because I ain't going to front. There's a lot of times my mom tell me that she like shit. And I be like, I ain't like that shit, mom. What you talking about? But, you know what I mean? It was getting these people tell what. It was like maybe what some other person told me was good. So I was like, all right, let me. And here's a funny thing about my mom. She texted me a minute ago and she said, Martin, have you been in Night War Justice? And I said, huh? Some movie called Night War Justice. Somebody asked me about something dealing with you in it. I said, Mom, I'm the lead. Night War Justice. Like, that's like my movie. What you mean? But it used to be called A Quiet Storm, and I you know, it had like 5 names, so it's fine. But it made me laugh. Like, our conversations be funny when it comes to movies and TV. She got her own taste. She likes anyway. So this movie, as far as I feel, everything this girl just said.
Oh,
every lick of what J.Steel just said is how I feel about this movie. As she was speaking, I was like, oh my God. Yep. I am the J.Steel yes man right now, my nigga. Dude, like tonally, my nigga. You gotta check the camera?
Yes, sir.
Go check that bitch.
Let me check it. We good. Probably got another 10. So.
Tonally, my nigga.
Yes.
Bro. Like Jessica said, though, it could be, it could have been, for me, it could have been either a very funny comedy or a very kind of quirky, but like, I could imagine like one of those Korean horror filmmakers taking on.
Like Teeth. You ever seen Teeth?
Is that the thing with
The pussy and the teeth.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
teeth.
Like
have.
the tone of that.
I
Like
never
how
saw
that
that.
was disturbing as fuck, but it still had it was like black comedy, like like.
But that might still be horror satire
It
done
was-
well, though.
It wasn't even satire. It was fucked up. It was a horror movie.
Okay.
Yeah,
It had like pieces of like, I don't know. They did it right
It was
though.
real dark. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
do
was
remember.
that was a horror
like,
movie. straight
yeah.
up.
Oh man, how the
But it
hell
was
did
so
you
quirky.
see that movie, man?
I love that movie. It's
I love
empowering.
it. I love
I
it.
watched that movie
right?
anytime.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Don't you know that people tell women to watch that movie?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's a movie
Holy
about
shit.
fucking
You should tell little
pussy
boys
teeth,
to watch
nigga.
that shit.
I mean, it's like the
That's what you
ultimate
should do.
movie about consent on the slick, I guess.
Hell yeah, you should show that. You should show that shit to little boys.
I know that without
Like, that's-
ever seeing the movie.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? But it's just one of those things of like, I always heard it was a metaphor for sexual assault or some shit. That's all I know about it.
I am
But the
just so
concept
glad.
always scared me deeply as a person who likes pussy. You don't tell me about no movie about pussy having teeth.
Yeah, it's.
I'm not gonna watch that. But I appreciate it for existing. You know, I can respect
scar
it.
you at a young age.
But again,
some
so
people need that.
if this movie want to go like full comedy, I'd roll with it. If it want to go like what maybe teeth, but I'm not even thinking about teeth since I never saw it. But I'm just thinking like I said, like one of those like we just saw the episode of Lovecraft Country with the Korean horror style movie. If they want to go that way with the legend of the mask-haired girl shit, there's a way that you can twist this in a way to actually make it kind of because I keep going Asian style because they often have a unique flair of how they blend genres. You know what I mean? That's how just won the goddamn Oscar. Because like they were able to blend the genre in a way that's just what's the name of that movie that just won the Oscar? Asian film, Parasite.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm watching this motherfucker, bro, and like as it's coming on, son, like I'm riding with the bitch, dog. I'm like, dog, I'm giving it its full chance.
When did you turn on it? At what point? About how far into you think?
Okay, son.
If you have a moment, I mean.
See one of the problems with this movie is it sows seeds. You know, it doesn't sow seeds for its twist well enough.
Nope.
So when some of its twists happen, someone could have probably been like, I think this is gonna happen. But if you look at it, like to me, a movie that has good twists, that's seated the right way, when you watch it a second time, you be like, oh,
They hinted. They built up to this.
yeah. No, they didn't do that here. And so a lot of my issues started coming maybe later in the film because when they started revealing things, I'm starting to go, that doesn't make fucking sense all the way. You know what I mean? But one of the most egregious things that stands out for me, as far as me turning on this film, G, was when it was in a beauty shop when she was trying to get the fucking weave out.
Oh my god.
And it's a great scene between these black actresses, you know what I mean? She didn't let her mentor down. She let her mentor down, and like they having a moment of coming together in the beauty salon. Her mentor forgives like, man, weave look good and everything. You know what I'm saying? It was like a cool little moment. Seriously, played straight.
Mm-hmm.
Then the hair takes over and it goes into straight slapstick comedy mode. The hair, MC Light is the freaking hairdresser. She starts screaming goofily, at the fucking camera. Then the hair eats her up in some weird shadowy way. It grabs two people by the fucking feet and then yanks them, and then their heads just touch the ground and blood comes. It goes so slapstick. And the thing is, the first two kills weren't slapstick. You played the first two kills serious. So it's like what Jessica said. It's like, my nigga, if you gonna go comedy, go comedy. I mean, the other two kills, if I'd have been used to crazy, goofy looking kills, then I might have forgave that dumbass shit. But you showed me real kills. Then you gave me a real straight scene. And then you killed these people stupidly, my nigga. And once that shit happened, once the lady head hit the ground and blood came from nowhere, and it's supposed to be, my nigga, I was lost, bro. Everything after that became stupid.
Okay.
Vanessa Williams coming back looks stupid. Her hair battles look stupid. Everything just got stupid to me, son. Like the movie fucking lost me, dog. It was gone. It had me. I love the leading lady, bro. It had me for like a minute of the movie, bro. I was giving all kind of concessions. You heard me? I think Jay might have turned on it a little earlier than I did, but I was giving it like.
Okay. What was your?
They would have kept the tone of like when shit just went left and got crazy throughout the whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been cool. Because I like that kind of shit, that stupid shit, that motherfucking hair comes up and picks you up and just stupid shit. That's cool, but you gotta
keep
be
it light.
the whole time.
Keep it light.
Okay.
It was too heavy in the beginning. Like I didn't know. It just threw me. I don't know what the fuck they were.
Because even when we first meet her, this interview, this is some real shit. Her not being able to get a job because of her aesthetic in the fucking 90s or the late 80s or whatever this is. Like, dude, it played like a straight movie. And then they'll do this goofy shit sometimes. And it'll be like, wait, which one do you want to be, bro?
I feel like different people directed different parts of the movie.
Or
like
wrote.
There was like a disagreement or some shit. Because this shit,
We need a little comedy.
it doesn't make sense, but not in a good way. Like, it's just very disjointed. It's not a good movie. I'm sorry.
Were you ever on board with it? In terms of like so Bats was on board at a certain point. I was on board, arguably to a certain point. Were you ever on board?
I was on board. I mean,
Probably the first scene.
As a whole, absolutely not. But the very beginning and the very end, because they're two very separate tones. So
Okay.
separately, I like them. Like, I'm gonna say the very beginning, because you get that one specific tone, and then the very end is the two times I kind of felt like, okay, like, because in the beginning I'm intrigued, like, okay, where are we going with this? What's happening? And then the very end, everything else in between and all of it just together, just no.
And it's still hold, check your camera just to be sure.
Yes. We still good.
Start it over, bitch. Fuck it.
Start it over? All right.
Yeah,
All right.
let's be
You
smart.
the man.
Let's be smart.
You the man, bro. I think we. Oh, okay. All right. I don't see the signal for it, but I do feel it. It's a little warmer than usual. Let me restart my clock.
Alright. Yeah, geez, like, but like, okay, this is okay on the writing tip. This cast is so fire. Anyway, Blair Underwood with his gray ass hair that didn't even look like it fit his face. They should have seeded him earlier with this whole the movie started with her as a kid, and we seen the trauma of her getting burned by a perm and all this, right?
Yes.
I felt like, and we should have stayed with them as kids a little longer, and that's when they should have started threading the whole mosque, the legend shit, because it seems so out of nowhere that he coming all of a sudden while she's an adult and she just so happened to be going through this hair shit with all of these legends and all this stuff.
That's the part that was missing. I feel like if this was done right, he would have had some kind of. He would have been some kind of something, some kind of motherfucking like
expert or something of this, or there's a reason why he was into it.
Like practicing something.
Cause he didn't help us out at all, my nigga.
Like they would have involved some type of black spiritualism somewhere, but very directly to make it make sense. That actually would have made the movie a lot better. Dude,
when she came to talk, like, dude, when her eyes turned yellow in the later scene, when she seemed like she was at her wit's end and she needed to know more about the legend. You ain't see, like, to say that you read all the motherfucking books, you didn't see that girl eyes turn yellow. I could have sworn he saw it and he was gonna be a factor because he peeped it because he kept on pushing these stories, this legend. Yeah. Nothing. And I'm like, if they would have showed him when she was a kid, of how he used to tell the kids about this, and maybe it's a story that she learned about when she was younger instead of as an adult, and it just seemed like as an adult, she'll read the right part at the exact right time when she needed it in the story, and that was blowing me. It would have made more sense for me if there was some book she would have read as a kid, and she would have remembered it. So now as an adult, when she goes back, she's like, wait, hold up. You know what I mean? It just would have been cleaner.
Yeah.
You know, if it would have been already a foundation set. Because you already throwing so much at us at once. You got this magical witch weave. You got the story of the moss hair girl. You got this girl going through the shit with the possessed weave. You got then you got the actual story. What's happening with the there's a lot you're throwing at us at one time, my nigga. And there's just it could have been cleaner. Could have been cleaner, my nigga.
Absolutely. Yeah, there you are rewriting the story, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? Even if you had added that, I think what is like an hour and 43 minutes. Even if you had added that, man, that what adds.
It don't add, G. Don't think about it. If you do that there's parts within the movie that you don't have to do certain exposition now because you already said it.
Okay, fair enough.
And then some of it would probably be shorter exposition because now you have to go on to the origins and shit. You be like, oh yeah, that, you know.
The same thing we talked about
earlier. Whatever. And she could have been more of an expert on it. Because that's the thing, if she would have been more up on it instead of learning it, everything herself, because she could have forgot it. So it could have still been new to her. But when certain things was happening, when she started catching on, like, this reminded me of this thing. You know, you could even brought your sister into the thing as more of a character. Because why? What the fuck is the point of her anyway?
I have no.
There's no fuck. Well, not the cousin, not the sister, the cousin. Because she technically moved in with her cousin and her aunt and uncle and shit. Yeah. But like, you know what I'm saying? That character could have been either Blair Underwood or her sister character would have been more important if those stories would have been something that him as the uncle. Because why all of a sudden is he into this now? He wasn't into it when they were younger. That's weird. If he's such an expert, that means they should have been hearing about this. I dug the fact that it was in the late 80s, early 90s. I love that aesthetic. I like Lena Waithe. There's this one scene with her at the end made absolutely no sense.
No fucking sense whatsoever.
Bro, even for comedy's sake, it didn't make no sense, bro.
Yeah, I can't defend once that building shit starts.
All that was wacky.
I
was confused. I didn't. And for the people listening, we're talking about this spoiler shit anyway. We talking about the very end when the girls like, you know what I mean, the Vanessa Williams super hair lady is coming at it and the hair's eating people, and we see almost everybody getting eaten by the hair, including Lena Waithe. But some kind of way she pops back up later. Now the scene is hilarious when she comes back. I thought that was actually funny. It by itself, like in a bubble.
Oh. I mean,
you know what I mean? Not in the like in the story, it blew me. But like if I just see the witty banter from her, she's naturally funny. It was like once again, like J.Steel said, if this movie was a comedy, my God, that would have just been an extra layer of
almost like Scary Movie 1. Give me that energy.
You know what? I don't.
Much maybe scale
yes, scale back from Scary Movie 1.
Right.
Let's get into what's your boy that make the fucking Evil Dead movies, man?
Oh,
Sam
Raimi. He did horror comedy pretty well. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
There's a way that you can be goofy but still gory and he still make it work, but it's still light.
Absolutely.
And no, bro, Simeon wanted to do too much at once, my nigga. Yeah. Now, we see Kelly, I guess she was an early hint with the yellow eyes of possession. And in these scenes with Vanessa Williams in the background, if you look at her at times, you'll catch on that they might be somewhat seeding that she might have possessed hair too. But look at her. Like, that's their version. What she's doing now in the background, we have it on right now for people listening. Her little sinister looks in the background, that's what they call seeding us for her eventual turn down the line. That's what it is. You see how she's looking?
No. Right.
No. And I feel her as an actor's doing that. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's something the director said do. I feel like Vanessa Williams is a fucking legend, and she said, "Let me just do this." You know what I mean? Let me stay in character right now.
I've read this script. It's.
I'll
work with that.
That was a choice. That's not. Nobody told her to do that. She made that choice.
She knew. That's the only seeds, my nigga, throughout the movie. Like, and they didn't have a flick of no yellow in her eyes. So she the only one. She don't get no yellow from the witch weave. Like, won't get nothing. Her mood never changed. She was the same static way almost the entire time.
Yeah.
But she's the queen bee? But I guess what, because she's queen bee, she's that powerful? I don't fucking know, G, but...
This is bringing me back to, like, Sorry to Bother You, but way less traumatic, because I would never watch that movie. That movie gave me PTSD. I can't even think. That's one of the two movies I can't even think about where I just get, like, anxious.
Okay, let me give the audience a little background.
Oh, wow.
Lakeith Stanfield is like one of J.Steel's favorite people.
Yes.
So she was very excited.
One of my favorite humans.
She was very excited about seeing this movie because it was starring Lakeith Stanfield and the concept and the trailers looked amazing. You know what I mean? It looked awesome. Yeah. She wasn't geeked to see this. You know what I mean? But no, she was geeked to see that.
Yeah.
So for it to go all the places it went and damn near fucking creeped the shit out. Yeah. So yeah, but
I if I may, I wanted to say I think that I can't remember what I want. I was thinking this. Where I think you want to take a heat check is not too far into the movie, but just maybe about midway through, when the hair decides that hey, you don't need a tampon today.
Nigga, that was it. No, that was the moment where I first started turning on it for real. Because I didn't understand the reasoning for the hair to want to drink her, period.
I thought this was some sort of empowerment move that was so deep that it was just flying over my head like a 747, just too fast, maybe not too fast, but you know, it was gone. It was gone. Yes.
Some things are just stupid.
Oh, okay.
Because
that's different.
Once again, my nigga, this movie keeps doing it. Because that was the movie was playing it straight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If this was a slapsticky ass movie, it would have been funny. It honestly would have been funny if this was a lighter movie. Because the thing in the lighter movie, the hair would have been giving her shit throughout. Not just when it's time to murder. Like, there would have been some funny moment. Like Venom. Imagine if this movie was Venom, but with hair.
Christ.
That would work.
This would have worked. Because you know, the symbiote was giving Eddie some shit. As well as popping up when he needed it.
I thought that was going to happen. I thought it was going to wind up helping her.
And it didn't. It left her hanging.
Yeah.
It killed all these people for her at times in her subconscious. But when she needed help, when she's in dire, she's about to get murdered. That motherfucker didn't come.
Yeah, we had to turn the water on.
His loyalty really went to the witches. But I'm like, my nigga, you and her, I'm so confused. Like, you did not explain this right. Is it that the hair is is the hair possessed by a witch and is really trying to take over her body and make her one with the witches? Is it
the witch spirit needed a body?
But the witch spirit needed a body. Why Vanessa trying to kill her? Because she should just be trying to push the possession.
Yeah, I mean that's the goal, is it not?
If not, because if you see that Vanessa trying to kill your host, why aren't you trying to help her fight? Witch hair?
Yeah. I don't
think they know.
Bro.
This is so much of a different conversation, and I thought we'd be having. I thought you would be explaining these things that you're asking questions about.
No, bro.
Because nobody knows.
Because it wasn't written. Because again, it did. Like Jay, she hit it too hard on the nose, man. It didn't know what it wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? Like because dog, like there's so. Oh, here goes something that just came to mind. And again, I say this with love because I really love what the lead did. Mm-hmm. But I just recently found out about how in Back to the Future, the first one, it was Michael J. Fox wasn't the original lead. Yeah. The original lead was this other guy, great actor, and he did 7 to 8 weeks of filming on Back to the Future 1. And as the director and the creators are watching him back, they're realizing he too serious. It was like, man, he's doing amazing work, but he's bringing all the scenes like in a way down or to a tone that they didn't want, and they like he's killing it on some acting shit. What his vibe, his feel is too. Maybe a recast of the lead here for someone that's naturally funny. This chick's a great actor. Like, she's so amazing. But I think maybe we need like almost like how Michael J. Fox, even in his dramatic moments, something about him is still like, he's just charming. He has his wit, his way about him, his likability, his lightness. Maybe if they would have had somebody that was naturally just, even a dramatic, like, you know what I mean, funny. That's just a natural, because I don't know, this lady might be a comedian. I don't know. I've seen her in other things, but I don't remember what. But maybe if they would have cast a comedian in the lead. Well, what if this was Lena Waithe's movie instead? I don't know. I don't know who would have been a better fit.
That would be funny if
but
it was Lena.
you know, but so it would have naturally given a different vibe to the proceedings. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what keeps standing out. Is we keep talking tone and tone and tone. Some of the ways that, like, when you cast, you already know when you cast, you also cast vibe. You cast presence. Her presence is very endearing. It's very underdog. It's very earnest. And for this movie, I think to work, for you to be able to juggle the comedy and the horror aspects, and for me not to take it as serious as I was taking it at times, you may need a more naturally comedic actor. Maybe. Because that's what came to mind as we talk in the Back to the Future aspect of, man, maybe the lead was too light. It was too deep. Maybe she was too serious. Because even as we watch this in mute, she's emoting so well. Like, she's just so, you want to give her a fucking hug. Jay Farrow. That's another thing that was tripping me out. Her as okay, I'm not going to say this yet. How'd you feel about her and Jay Farrow in that whole situation?
It kind of, I don't know, I guess I felt like maybe I should have known. I guess watching the second view, she was kind of nice to him. Everybody else thought he was a dick. And, but I don't know, I didn't really feel like, I didn't really feel like they had a lot of chemistry, man. I mean, I like Jay Farrow a lot, and, you know, I don't really feel like he's gotten a good shot. So I was happy to see him here, but I also wasn't happy to see him here. I don't know, yeah.
So he wasn't one of the things you liked about the movie, because you liked so much.
I like him. Yeah, no, I like him. I don't, him. I don't know if it's him or the character. It's just like, I think it's more the character, not so much as it is him. But, yeah, it's, I didn't like it. I didn't like them together.
What about you, Jay?
I felt like it was more confusion and they didn't know what the fuck they wanted to do with that situation. I feel like in movies like this, especially when you get into like black comedy and horror satire, what they tried to do, I feel like it's always good to kind of like pick what the fuck you're doing and either have her with this amazing, beautiful boyfriend who of course gets mutilated at the end and she fights in his honor and all this type of shit, or have it be the total opposite where he's like a complete piece of shit dick asshole, so that when the climax happens, the motherfucking hair, like, it's, you know, a whole thing. And I feel like it was just this kind of like, what the fuck is y'all situation? What are y'all doing? I don't really care about y'all. Like,
and
it did nothing for me.
And in an even funnier movie, what if he was an absolute dick, but she was oblivious to it and still loved him?
Yeah, anything like that.
Because that would have been hilarious too. Like, he's just this big ass dick and she
choice.
just can't see it. Like,
make a choice, because they just once again just kind of left that there, and then he had this moment where he tried to, you know, profess his love, and it's just like, I don't fucking care. Like,
okay.
And I don't believe him. And I kind of want him to die, so.
But my thing is this. You got something right here, love. Right here. It's like some eyeshadow. It's gone. But, my thing is, I gotta ask y'all this. Why did he die? He was an asshole, yeah, but...
He wasn't enough of an asshole or enough of a good guy to die.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You're right, yeah.
The first nigga tried to rape her. Murder them. The dude, the landlord nigga.
Oh, right, yeah.
Understandable.
That was definitely understandable.
This guy actually was like, you know what, I really like you. Like, he might have, like, played. That's the thing, too. If I really look at all his words, he said we weren't official, which it didn't seem like they were. He started fucking with a girl. Yeah, he should have been more upfront and told her. Yeah, that was fucked up. But then he kept it 100 after that. Then he still was telling her, well, you know, I fucked up, but I like you, though. Now, of course, this is lightweight fuckboy behavior, but he's still being pretty straight up for where he seems to be as a person.
He was honestly, sorry, a normal dude.
But real nigga shit.
In a good way, but yeah, like he didn't.
But
it wasn't deserved.
But that's what I'm saying. Wherever you fall on that kind of guy, because normal dude could be that kind of guy. Normal dude could be something more positive. Normal dude means a lot of things, but he was so normal.
He wasn't bad enough.
Yes, he wasn't bad enough for me to really feel like the murk was justified. That murk felt more like a horror murk, of just for the sake of horror. But at the same time,
because you need to add to that body count.
Yes, but that was it. It was a body count murk. It didn't, like, story wise, I didn't feel because here's the thing I was gonna say my issue was. She was different motherfuckers every time. The first time we see them together, she's this meek ass motherfucker. Then when they're together in like the together one-on-one, oh, she just this hood nigga. Like, nigga, I knew you was that, but I'm like, well, when you got balls? So you just got balls when you with him. Then you see her out and about again, and she's again this meek person. But like, it seemed like when she was with him, she was his hood nigga. Like, she was way stronger. But she didn't present strong when we first saw them together. So it kind of tweaked me when she turned strong on him. But then she was stronger at his ass for every time after that. But so that made me, their relationship was confusing me, dog. And at the end of the day, when she murdered him, it was like, okay, she didn't. Of course, the hair killed him. But why did the hair want him dead? The hair felt like the host was under attack by the landlord. They were having sex. And the hair made, when she started tripping, right? She started saying when she was riding that dick. She was saying some shit.
I can't remember. It was something about.
Was it about him smashing Vanessa Williams?
I thought, yeah, that's what my head is at. It's like something about him being with another woman. I can't remember who, but yeah.
So the hair had her kill him because he was fucking Vanessa Williams. But she knew that. Because he broke up with her. She had, like, why you ain't been kill this man then if you had that grudge going? And why you keep on running it with this man like y'all was cool? Like, anyway,
the lead character seemed irrational.
Dog, they wrote her, or no, not they directed her to be pretty freaking a bunch of places at times.
Yeah, she journeyed.
What's some positive? Okay, so before I keep going down this bad road, dog, what when you were watching it was some positive things that was really working for you?
Oh, I mean, I thought the direction was pretty good. I don't know
the direction. Okay, cool.
Not specifically in terms of the actor performances and stuff, but
shooting, DB shit.
Yeah, DB shit. Right. Yeah, definitely in like the camera.
It looks great.
I like the
yeah.
I should have saw some of the stuff because I feel like there's a couple of his signatures there.
Oh, it's
like,
tons of them.
Yeah. Okay.
Tons, yeah.
And I just all kind of went over my head, but I mean, as far as the whole movie went, I thought it looked really, really great.
Mm-hmm.
So many questions along the way. Yes, we'll agree with that.
Pause. Laverne Cox never came back, did she?
She came back in some sort of like dream sequence, a nightmare maybe or something.
Really?
But that was it.
Missed it. Continue.
Okay. I could be wrong, but I feel like she's taunted. I feel like she's taunted again.
Because there's so many great faces that pop up that don't come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cameos out this world. But keep going, son. What you saying?
But I forgot. What
you just talking about good things. You like the DP. You like the way it looked.
Yeah, I like the way it looked. I thought the whole thing from top to bottom looked really well, and I like what they especially what they did in the beginning. But I was just like, oh, I mean, this is kind of a I don't know where we're gonna go with this. Like in the beginning, I was like, wow, this sort of way you're following them with the camera just sort of seems like, oh man, something big is gonna happen. We're gonna see La Luenda or something or whatever the ghost's name is. I'm like, we're gonna see something big. And
the
it's
ghost
like,
had a name. I checked out. I'm not being
no,
good.
No, I'm just no. That's
Okay.
like another ghost. I'm just like I'm thinking something though.
Okay.
Big is about to happen.
I missed the joke. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's like, I'm just like I'm thinking like something big is gonna happen. Like Old Man Ackerman is gonna come and turn the light off or something. You know what I mean? Like something's about to happen and woo, and it's like nah, we're gonna burn a scalp.
I dug
like,
the close up shots on the hair when it was putting it in, and that shit was appropriately like unnerving.
Yeah,
those,
that was perfect.
That was some good shit for because the thing is, I thought it was a creative concept that probably should have been done by someone else.
Yeah, that's sort of what.
Because I still feel like it's a
when I got to the,
creative concept, but
Yeah,
I just don't like what they did fully.
I mean, did he write this by himself?
Don't know.
Okay. Because I'm like, I feel like it's virtually, okay. I was like, it's kind of, I feel like he wouldn't.
He wouldn't do this shit.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
He didn't write this by himself. It's too much confusion. No.
No, but more reasons than one nigga.
Especially because Dear White People is very concise when you think about it. I still haven't seen the last season, but
me either.
It's good.
Yeah, see.
Yeah. Oh, you've seen
Not
it?
the best, but it was good.
Oh wow. Okay.
Cool, because
Look at
people
that.
be giving it mixed things.
Yeah, it was. It kind of dropped the ball in some places, but it was
But I
good.
think one of the things that he does better than anything from watching even Dear White People is dialogue more so than even story.
Yep.
Like his dialogue is often amazing, even if there's plot holes in some of the arcs. But it's never really, it didn't never feel glaring. I mean, anybody who's been listening to Reviewing That, we reviewed almost every episode of the first 2 seasons of Dear White People. You know what I'm saying? So we really dug that joint. And I don't know, bro. I don't like to say, like, it's one of those things of like, I hate to say anything bad about a black creator's thing in public because I'm happy that it was created.
Yeah,
I'm happy that
same.
it got done. This seems like one of those conversations that only black people have. I said this on a recent episode of Fly with Bats of I only care about the opinions of black critics when it comes to black art. I don't give a fuck about what most white critics have to say about black art at this point in my life. I'm just there with it. Like, and I'm not saying that they can't have an opinion. I'm not saying that they might not have a valid opinion as far as what you say technically may make sense and whatnot. But it's just something at times that gets missing when between the black critic and the white critic at times when it comes to our art. Sometimes it feels like certain people that be critiquing some of my shit don't even be getting certain shit fully. So, yeah. What else in this movie, man? What else can we talk about?
Yeah, I mean, like,
And for the people watching at home, because y'all gotta keep remembering we have a camera in front of us.
there's a camera.
We have it on top of the screen.
Like,
They're just looking at you guys' reactions.
We're just like,
But that was the good shit. The close-ups on the hair as she's putting that was the good shots.
See,
that was hard to watch. And that was the
I
part
was-
that leaned on
yeah.
horror.
I was always sympathetic with her because, like, I know I'm not tender-headed, but like we've all
been
had
there.
braids.
We've all been there, yep.
Yeah, we've all had braids. We've all been braided before.
And
So
weave
it's-
braids, when done right, I've had moments where I've been in the hair salon crying my eyes out because it was so painful.
Oh.
And that's why I could see to a certain, I said this is going to be a cult classic to a section in like 10, 15 years. Because the identifiable parts for a black woman in this, even though you're a filmmaker, so that makes you have a different eye. But like my mom loved this shit, you know what I'm saying? And I'm more than sure, like, you know how people take in Tyler Perry, take in other type of shit. I didn't mean to go there, but you know what I'm saying though? Like, I feel like there's gonna be a section of people that's just gonna watch it at face value for what it is and love it. You know what I'm saying? We watch TV, we watch movies, we filmmakers, writers, actors. We're gonna come with our magnifying glass, and certain things gonna stand out for us that won't for other people. So I won't ever tell anyone not to watch this, especially since it's a black thing. But it's some black art. But I just know it just was hard for me to not reconcile with myself certain shit that just went down in this film.
I mean,
especially as we got to the end, it got more and more ridiculous the more the movie went on.
Yeah.
Because even as we're watching these early parts of the movie, this is still the good shit. Honestly, this is still the shit that makes you interested in it.
Well,
But it starts going bat feces, man.
it does. Here was my question. It seemed as though if you had her little hair conditioner or whatever that you're supposed to put in there, that the hair pretty much kind of stayed
It
in
never
line.
came back, right?
Yeah.
That angle never came back about the shit you're supposed to put in your hair. And in any other movie, it would have came back either as a weapon or something to help.
Like, does she like, correct me if I'm wrong, if y'all remember this or not, she goes back to the shop at some point to try to get more, but it's closed or something like that?
That sounds familiar.
Okay.
I don't remember that.
But either way it
okay.
goes, I want to act, wait.
Because, like, why didn't she ever go back for more?
Why did Vanessa Williams kill herself and then come back? Anyway, that's some other shit. That was such randomness. Because the thing is, remember that scene where when Vanessa Williams and her confide each other that they both got the possessed hair, even though Vanessa Williams has showed no signs throughout the whole movie. And then her hair kills her, only for her to come back alive on some witch farm and have all the other people who ever had the hair come back. I want to ask how, I forget this, please fill me in. How did she defeat Vanessa?
I don't think she defeated her. She just turned
She
the
just
water
turned the
hose
water
on.
on.
Oh yeah, the water came on. And
Yeah.
I thought that was
Yeah.
clever as hell. The water came. I actually like that. The water came
They did
on.
see
Yeah,
that. Like,
I like that.
But
You don't even have to see that. If you've been in
but-
black culture, black women don't like getting their hair wet. That was just
That's supposed to
okay.
get you wet.
Yeah, that just was boom.
Yeah, but how come? Because I guess Kelly Rowland can afford the conditioner, or can show up during working hours. Because like Kelly Rowland shows up with her hair wet that night. The first night she gets her hair done, she shows up with her hair wet.
I don't know if it was wet. I mean,
gets
it was fucked up. I remember.
It was wet because she jumped in a pool.
But like, she remember us?
And she still was possessed as a motherfucker, wasn't she? Because them eyes still was yellow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
So
Maybe
she
because she
gotta
had
be
it.
done.
Maybe because she had it so long. We're asking questions we're not supposed to ask or something.
That don't make sense.
Because here go my thing too. We didn't get nowhere near enough. I thought we were going to get a payoff that we never got for Sister Soldier. She was so adamant about not getting the weave. And then she popped up with the weave, and the weave made her Stepford wife. And I'm like, how come she the only Stepford wife? Your girl seemed pretty normal for the most part. But she came back, the weave had her own one, and I'm thinking, okay, they're going to explain that later. They're going to pay that off. They're going to give me some reason or something, because she was so against it, and then she decided to get it. And then when she get it again, she's like possessed fully. Nothing. Because I dug what the actress was doing. I dug that character. I like, you know what I mean? Sometimes in like smaller characters will stick out to me. And I'm like, oh, you killing it, Ma, I see you. And then they didn't pay her off. They didn't do nothing.
Yeah, I thought that they were gonna reveal that like different hair had different like sort of like effects or whatever on you, or like it possessed in different ways. It had like, different residual effects or whatever. But
I felt like a struggle could have came with that character of like dealing with her identity, because she was so Sister Soldier, fro naturalista, and then she got the freaking weave in and she was Stepford wife. I thought it was gonna be like a glitch that was gonna start happening in the Matrix for her, and something about some identity thing of like, I don't know what to do, I can't get this. I feel like it would have been a great moment of if the lead character would have like really seen your girl struggle with the programming of being possessed, and like that, I think that was also missing. It would have gave another element and layer. And the scene that just came on that was never freaking explained was her family sitting at the goddamn table with the African garb on that kept on coming up in more hair. And slightly metaphorical, I get it, but it's one of those things that is like, I felt like I got to dig too deep to try to understand or to try to explain to somebody. How did it hit y'all and what that was about to y'all?
Something that they didn't fucking explain. Like, cause it
just was a transition scene.
Yeah, it gave that. I
was just
feel
a
like
transition
something
scene.
was missing of where you could have tied it in. I was like, oh, so the motherfuckers about to be evil? Did they have something to do with this? Are they tied to the? They know the legend and they set this girl up, and that's why they motherfuckers
Like it's been in
took
their
her?
family.
Sacrificial.
Like or maybe like it's been in their family. Maybe the original Mars cover girl was like their ancestor, and Blair Underwood knew, and that's can be kept on. Maybe Blair Underwood even was setting her up to be the new host of their ancestor. That would have been fire, because you're gonna keep showing us the family getting creepier and creepier, and the hair going in the background through all these transitions in the movie, but you never bring the family fucking back or Blair Underwood or anything about any of this. That would have been a cool way to see that, like, oh, Blair, her uncle was setting up the whole time. Because we didn't even get why she moved in with her auntie and uncle. And that mystery there could have been, well, what if some weird shit happened with her parents? Because, like, all kind of ways you could have layered and seeded this to make it connect so much better just as a story. Fuck a horror or a comedy. A fucking story.
Yeah.
Can I just say that this imaginary thing here. This is the movie, and you've just broken it for me.
I told you I was gonna do it, bro.
Nah, I mean like that really would have worked. Yeah, man. I kind of really thought that I thought that I was asking questions that were somehow just going over my head. Like this was some sort of like artistic expression that I just was missing a lot of, and it was like we were gonna hit a whole bunch of points where it's like that is not at all what happened. We were all in the same boat here, which I don't know.
We were blinded by blackness.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like blackness is exactly what got me into the door, and I mean, like sitting down here watching it this far, and I mean, like the talent there is all.
Oh, cast is amazing.
Yeah, cast is amazing. I'm just like I'll kind of stick around for y'all because I'm like digging all of y'all.
And everybody came to work. Everybody was killing it. Like I have nothing bad to say about any of the acting. None of it. Like everybody's killing. Everything. All my issues are story, man. Story and direction.
It's just I kind of. It didn't. I don't know. It was weird. Like so, I felt like I was thinking. I was kind of thinking about this. Like y'all said it at least, but the tonal aspect of this, and sort of I kind of went with everything. I mean, I know it's kind of all over the place, but I kind of went with it up until the "you don't need a tampon" scene, and then I don't know. For a moment, I was kind of like, I don't really know if I want to know what more this movie is willing to do here and now. But then I thought about it and I'm like, well, you know what? You've kind of set the table for it. Anything is really possible here right now. I don't know why, but just this moment here makes me feel like anything is possible. So let's just see what you do with it. And then by the time we get to the batshit, hair fight at the end, I was kind of like, well, I kind of hoped you were going to, I don't know, have a little more weight to that. Like, I can't even tell you what the hell was going on. It was just, vacant Vivica Fox making resting bitch face.
Fox.
I'm sorry, Vanessa Williams.
There we go.
Thank you. Sorry. Oh, my head is that. Anyway, but yeah, she's just like, making like these weird faces and not really saying much.
While dumbass hair animation is
happening. And it's just, I don't know.
Wait, pause, Marty. We suck. We didn't even explain what this movie is even about. We just been talking about the movie. This is very late in the review to explain this, but just the shorthand.
That tells you how we really feel about it.
Right. The shorthand, man, is the lead character. I forget her fucking name. She works at this what was this this network that puts on this.
Like BET.
That's like BET that puts on this black ass like show that shows like music videos or whatever. And it's set in the late 80s, early 90s at the dawn of when hip hop was coming in or whatnot. Mm-hmm. And she's been at the station for a minute, and she's wanted to be a host. She's been interning there. She wanted to be a host and a writer, but she's never gotten an opportunity. Now that the whole spot, the network is going through a change. Vanessa Williams' character came in to take over and change the whole station up so it can make more money, get more viewers, and be more commercial. She has to change up her look, and that's where the hair aspect comes in. She said, and they show us at the top of the movie that she had natural hair as a girl. She got burned horribly by a perm. She never got a perm again. So she always was the natural hair girl, and that comes with its own issues. And if you talk to like any black girl that kept her natural hair for any long period of time, a lot of them got picked on when we was growing up. You know what I mean? That was just a different element, a different aspect because you was so different. You know what I'm saying? So you could tell that was in the character. Like I said, there's a deeper movie here if you want to go there. But like, you know what I mean? She grew up like that, and you could tell she never was in the perms. But now to finally achieve her dream, her boss is like, you got to assimilate, man. You got to get down with the look. So do you give up your identity for your dream? What do you do? So that's the aspect of it that she decides to go. She decides, well, yep, fuck it. Like I need to sell a piece of myself, and in a weird way she sells a piece of her soul literally to get this weave put in that she didn't know was this ancient voodoo possessed as weave by witches. And you find that out, and it starts killing people and affecting her. But the thing is, it doesn't kill enough people for you to give a fuck, and it doesn't affect her for long enough for you to stick with it. 'Cause that's the thing. In another movie, you would be watching her get more and more demented, and she didn't realize she would have flashes of evil coming into her. But she would get control of herself. Like we didn't really see it stick. The closest to doing something really bad was killing Jay Farrow, but then she immediately went to, oh no, I'm tripping. But like, I felt like there was more within her psyche that could have played with. Like they did a little bit of it in that scene with her and her mentor, but then she instantly made up with her mentor like the next scene. It's like, we didn't get to see the character aspects of any long-term effects. Like, what if she would have had some relation? Like, what if she'd have fucked up a relationship with her and her uncle? You know what I mean? What if she just would have got really mean? Like, we would have really saw it really affecting her. And if you see it really change her from being this mild, meek person to like confident, extra like on some Venom shit. And then, like I said, then we get to that scene with Sister Soldier having these problems, and then she's realizing, damn, I'm tripping because look, my friend who was this way, she's this way now, and she's suffering with it. Oh my God, what have I done? There's so many ways to write this right, dog. It's like, oh my fucking God. But anyway, yeah, that's what it's about. She sells her soul to get some hair, and the hair starts taking over and killing people. And we follow her journey as she achieves her dreams, but sells a piece of herself. Yeah. Great concept on some shit when you say it.
Horrible execution.
Not the best art execution. I still say go watch it, even though we most likely spoiled everything about it.
I feel like I agree. This could have been done better, and yes, it could have. But
Give me a good butt. Give me a good ass, my nigga. Good old ass.
it was on Hulu, and I didn't have to leave the house. There you go.
I was hoping for something.
And I just saved a ton of money on my car insurance. I honestly, man, I'm like, I kind of, you know what? I guess also too, you know, my it is black, yes, but my rating of my expectation when I walk into a streaming
And pause. Why
movie-
sister a little red Creole looking girl in the first scene, and she's this caramel looking black girl when she grew up? Anyway, keep going.
I thought that too.
Yep, keep going.
But yeah, I figured it. Well, okay, I guess these are the only children available. It's my
Somebody cousin.
You know,
I
I promised my aunt that I promised my aunt that I would put her in the movie.
Bro.
So I mean, I have no choice. I'm like, okay, if the studio says all right, or the Hulu says it's cool. I mean, who the fuck? You know, hell,
There's so many black people in the world, bro. You'd have to do that. Come on, in 2020, we can't be doing them American Dream, Michael Jackson 5 movie as growing up castings, man. In that movie, Michael was a young little red boy. He was Jason Weaver with dark skin ass. Then he was a light skin nigga when he got older again. They didn't give a fuck, nigga.
Nah.
We can't. We ain't that no more.
I mean, Michael Jackson was Flex Anderson at one point.
We're not gonna go there.
We're not gonna do that? Okay, we just go pretend like that didn't happen.
It never happened, bro.
Fine.
Final thoughts on bad hair, guys.
I like the names on the sheets of paper that pop up at the end of this movie. I like all of the names.
Same.
They are legends.
Same.
It looks really good from top to bottom. I think the look of it is dope. I like the touches there, the little DNA moments where it's like, you know, it's me. I dig it. That's me. Yeah,
I'm just fast forwarding through this thing right now to see if there's anything specifically.
I kind of felt bad about not really digging my rewatch as much as I dug the initial watch.
This is the fucking scene I was talking about. It's horrible. But continue.
So okay, yeah. So I felt bad originally about not kind of digging the first little part of my rewatch, and I was just kind of getting up doing other shit, and because I meant to do other things while I was in the room, but then I started to leave the room and just not hit pause in the just like I just I only got an hour left of the thing. Let me just let it play. I've seen it already. I'll just come back and watch it. I'm like, kind of felt bad about that. I'm like, maybe I missed some gold that didn't make sense the first time, and I'm like, nah, probably not. It doesn't matter. So yeah, I'm okay with just a one watch. I feel like the first time you watch this, you have something very relaxing, whatever your choice is, and you watch it, cool. Especially if you already have Hulu and there's nothing else to watch. But it's not up on the top list of my recommendations for the year or probably ever in life. So I'll say that. Also, I still dig 3/4 of this movie. I want to leave with that. I still dig 3/4 of the movie. So if it's at all possible for you to get 3/4 of the way to the movie, and then when hair starts to take over and start doing all types of weird shit, turn it off. Now, you gotta leave about 30 minutes left of the movie in order for that to happen, because the hair's gonna do some crazy shit pretty much from top to bottom. So, you make the choice. If that's at all possible, I can recommend this movie. I cannot recommend the end. I can't push that on anybody. And
look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at this shit, bro.
Oh, wow.
What is this? What is this scene, man? I know the people listening on the audio is like, what are they talking about? I'm talking about that beauty salon scene I said earlier that was dumb as fuck. Unless it's a comedy, which it is not. Or it's kind of is. I don't know if it even knows what it is, but I'm sorry, Marty. I stepped on your moment.
No. If I may, man, they played this scene seriously. But the point is, it's kind of funny. And I don't know. I felt like they played that. They didn't really play it for laughs, but goddamn it,
you don't think that those falls was comedy?
I think they were.
When have you ever seen a hover fall like that where you just fall and your head hits the ground and it's bloody and now you're dead? That was dumb. Or them dumbass motherfucking hair that just grabbed like a cartoon. Or the stupid ass MC Light scream. That shit was
stupid.
Okay. So, here's what I'll say. Let me think of one thing at a time.
There's no way I can take this serious, man.
Now, granted, MC Light's
There's no way these actors thought this was serious.
MC Light will fucking tell me who's next up for the rest of my life.
That scream, the dumbass head hit, oh shit, the way you fell was lame. Look at this, man. Oh, you come on!
Okay, can I say that?
Serious? That was played serious?
It was. So here's my thing. Let me say just one thing.
Come on.
One thing. MC Light's scream was comical, yes. Mm-hmm. But I think she didn't mean it to be.
Sorry. The hair just deep-throated a chick, bro. She screams and gets deep-throated, bro.
Yeah, but... like,
that's serious?
I think they think it is.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
I mean, it's still kind of... For me, this still... I think, yeah. I think so. This is my interpretation. I would love to hear some sort of director's commentary on this. But, yeah, no, I don't really think that... It's one of those things where it's like, if everybody laughs, ha ha ha, great. But I don't think his intention was to get a laugh there.
I think it was.
You think it was?
I think this was the point of the movie. They remember, oh shit, this is supposed to be a satire, y'all. We fucked up. Do some stupid shit right quick. Yeah, it was on purpose.
Yeah.
Those are gags that are used a lot in these type of movies. Like, that's the aesthetic. So,
okay.
And again, the whole movie was that would most likely have been funny. Right. But that's not what you set us up for. You didn't say, even the scene itself was a nice... Anyway, I said this already. What you saying, Jay? Final thoughts.
I'm sorry.
I would not watch it again. It might be one of those that grows on me like a cult classic, but right now I ain't feeling it.
Might hate watch that motherfucker or like laugh at it for the wrong reasons. That's what it might wind up being.
Yeah. I think I kind of want to watch it again just to see how I feel about it, but it's just like, I already know where it's going, and I'm just like, I don't want to watch this again.
So final thoughts on this joint.
Yeah, I would not watch it again, but I might hate watch it eventually. And it's just disappointing because I feel like there's so much more that could have been done here. I want to see I want to see more black horror. I feel like we've gotten a lot of that. And I want to see more dark comedy. Black, dark comedy.
I think that's the lane that you want because we're starting to get black horror lately. You know what I'm saying? But
more black, dark
horror satire.
Comedy, yeah. I want to see more of that.
I like every name that plays at the end of this movie. I think they're all legends. And I think that the movie looks great from top to bottom. In terms of how it's shot, I like the Justin touches. I'm probably not gonna watch this movie again either. It's 3/4 of a good movie, still in my opinion. If you can get through 3/4 of this movie, and sort of cut off before it really goes batshit crazy. Because I mean, like, depending on who you are, I mean, your batshit crazy limit may be hit at the 10-minute mark. Who knows? If you can maybe, I guess, the final 20 minutes or so, if you can sort of skip that part, I think you got a great movie there.
Yeah, you could just create your own ending. You could just like stop before it's over, and however you think it should end, go ahead on.
It's probably gonna be better.
Most likely.
Yeah.
And if at all possible, don't let bats break the movie for you. I mean, that's the key.
That's what they listen to this podcast for. For you to have a whole bunch of hope for a film or a TV show.
I did.
For J.Steel to say something very asshole-ish about said film or TV show. And then for me to break it for you.
Yeah.
I think that's just what happens now. It is what it is.
You're like my older brother and sister. It's weird. You just like ruin everything. You just take it and...
I'm the older sister. Are you sure?
Oh, that hurt.
Might be the baby
Wow.
sister.
I said it. I
You
set
set yourself up.
for that.
Or the young niece, the
that's how
child,
you-
the baby.
If we wacko yakko, Dot just got you, bro.
That just got me.
Yes.
God damn.
So we about to get about you, man. This reviewing that. Go check out Bad Hair if you dare. This is that actor guy, Mr. Bat. You can hit us up at reviewingdat@gmail.com. Hit us up, man. Let us know something, man. Let us know something that y'all want us to review as long as it's not in time. As we always say, you refer it, we review it. That's how we do it. Follow me at Mr. Bat. Spell it Mr. Out. You're going to find another cat. I'm trying to think. Well, let them know where to find y'all. Let me ask this question. Or we get in the podcast right here. Fuckers.
I'm Jessica, and you can follow me on Instagram at IamJSteel_, also at FatGirlNola, and no, not that one yet. But yeah, those two. Those two are fine for now.
All right.
Ooh, little mystery.
Right.
Little cliffhanger.
Cool.
And we got this other guy named the Arrogant Observer, Lawrence D.
Don't
Webber
you
Jr.
dare. This is no longer a safe space. You can find me, Marty, MartyEdwards 504 on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Also go to lowrainpictures.com where I co-host a show that with
Muhammad Ali.
what's his name? Nigga, what?
He gonna kill me.
Oh my god.
He
I hope
gonna
that
kill
shit is running. Oh yeah, that shit is running, nigga. Oh yes. Please rewind that back and play it twice.
They're not gonna get it on the video.
Rewind
What the
that
audio
shit.
gonna get it?
Rewind that shit back, please. Okay. Your30 with Marty and the Arrogant Observer. Get it where you get your podcast. Yeah, there we go.
What should we talk about next?
What should we talk about next? What movie?
Now, I know for sure I said this. I want us to do a retrospective episode by episode review of Lovecraft Country. I definitely
down.
want to do that. Where we
down.
sit and we watch the episode how we used to do, how we did with Dear White People, and we break the bitch down. And it's gonna like we know more now, but I think you'd still be interested in watching the retrospect because you're gonna still catch Easter eggs and shit of that nature, and just talk about each episode. I don't know if that should be next, but I know I want to do that. We can make that next. I don't know anything out that's coming, like what's going on out here in the TV world that's worth watching. I've been meaning to catch Utopia, but I haven't yet.
Utopia. Oh,
I keep hearing that's a pretty good
crime
show.
Yeah, I've heard some good things about it too. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just got through watching this show called Grand Army on Netflix. It's Netflix's attempt at Euphoria, just with not as rich kids.
Was it good? Because Euphoria is really good.
Yeah.
Like really, really good. So I don't. When you tell me it's some attempt,
it's raw. Don't get me wrong. It's raw, but it's not. It's not Euphoria. It's. Oh shit! I don't even know, man. But
when
it's
someone
Netflix's
makes an
own
attempt
thing.
at something and it doesn't succeed, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. Did it land in a place that was good for it?
Yes.
Okay, so that's cool.
Mm-hmm. I think so. Yeah. I don't really want a season 2, but I mean, if they were able to put something together somehow, I'd watch, I guess. But yeah, that's definitely not the next thing on the list.
Yeah, you are not
sorry.
selling this show at all.
I'm trying to think.
You said you don't want a season 2. You said it's a knockoff of Euphoria,
It is,
and
man.
your voice does not have that glimmer of excitement Like I don't feel like I want to watch this.
Mr. Superman no here.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what's good though, cause like
Young Justice is on HBO Max now.
Is it?
All the seasons.
Oh, okay. So no new season. Okay. Fair
Did
enough.
you catch the last season on DC Universe?
Yes.
Okay, well then, never mind.
Yeah, it's
that's like as news to some people because a lot of people didn't have DC Universe, so they didn't get to catch Young Justice's newest season.
Somebody was very kind.
Yeah. So yeah, well, I guess we're gonna do the Lovecraft Country. I can't think of nothing else that Monsterland looks interesting, but I don't know if I like. I don't know if I feel like watching Luke Cage right now.
Oh God. Did you finish it? You finished it, right?
Of course, I finished all Luke Cage, but I'm
okay.
saying he's in Monsterland, the Hulu joint.
Monsterland.
Yeah,
right,
Mike Coulter's in that.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Hi, Marty.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, he's gone, man. I did look at that though, thinking like,
That's
this
the
might be
exact,
interesting.
and that was what I gave it. And I never pressed play.
I didn't. I was like, well, if y'all had started with whatever, I think there's an episode entitled New Orleans. Am I right?
I don't know anything
okay.
about it at all.
Alright,
I just know Luke Cage is in it.
Yeah, it seems like some sort of anthology to where he, if you know how when you click on something, at least I don't know if it does it here, but on the computer you click on something on Hulu, it kind of gives you like a thumbnail of every episode, and he was like way down at the bottom, but like one of the episodes I want to say was called New Orleans, but another one before it is called something else, and I was like, well, y'all had started with New Orleans, maybe I might have clicked on it, but. You know, since you started there,
It's a big old maybe. Big old maybe.
But yeah, I haven't heard anything about it though. Have you heard any good things?
I mean, it's just been.
It's popping up.
I just see it pops up. Like I haven't heard anyone say anything necessarily good or bad.
Okay.
I heard people say I watched that, and no one told me to watch it either. Like it's just I don't know. I guess it's one of those things that pick your poison.
You know, it's weird. Everybody I'm talking to now is kind of doing their rewatches on like Girlfriends and Half and Half and One on One and all the UPN fucking shows that are now on Netflix. Yeah. So it's like there's not a lot of, I don't know, there's not a lot of rush for like new stuff. It feels like right now.
Well, you might wind up doing Lovecraft Country, guys. Hey, people, go watch Woke. By the way, Woke was really good. Yeah, y'all. So we getting out here, man. Bye, niggas.
Yep. And Power was dope.
We already talked about power.
We did.
You just want to talk about power.
I just wanted to throw that out there.
But yeah, whatever we talk about next round, man, we gonna see. We don't know yet. It's gonna be something.